Freddy over on Twitch. What is going on? We're live on YouTube as well. Freddy just scared me. He scared me, giving me the boo like that. But we are back for a chill night. It is a late start, but of course I got the decaf. What a Bessie. But yeah, why waste any time? Let's hop right back into trading and chatting. Name the game. Excuse me, sir. Could you take my Marowaks? I think you could. So here we go. We just start sending them and that is that. Don't forget to like the stream on early. Freddy, the red Teletubby hat, is it just like a baseball cap that is red Teletubby-ish, or is it like the full face encompassing thing? Ooh, so here's the thing. I will want to name it, but this will be the one Pokemon of this challenge that we will not be able to nickname, I believe, because we're not the original trainer. You know, it is, this guy is the original trainer, so, Freddy full face. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that, like, I know that we're not the OT for sure. I don't know if this game made an exception for these where you can nickname them once, kind of like you Pokemon Go did. But I don't know. I've actually, even though it is easily one of my all-time favorite shinies, I don't think I've ever nicknamed one. I think I've only ever had one shiny Alolan Marowak with me as the OT, and it's in Pokemon Home. Actually, is that? Yeah. My Pokemon phone home is over here. Maybe I put that on charge for a minute. What up, Bert? How is it going? We'll get that phone on charge for just a minute. Keeping an eye out for a shiny. And tomorrow we begin Final Fantasy IX, which is going to be amazing. I was working on getting it set up today so that tomorrow we can just frickin' dive in. That's true. We can do what like Twitch Plays Pokemon did, and we can just have a general. Fred, you'll never believe this. There's a guy over on Twitch named Freddy that's just like you, except they like Magikarps and you've killed Magikarps. Yeah, we can totally give it a community agreed upon nickname. Though, for whatever reason, it's the most. I kind of want to call him Sven, S-V-E-N. For whatever reason, I feel like he is a Sven, even though that's not Hawaiian at all. I don't know. But Fred, you are Fred. Torch? It's a little spot on. We could call him Spam. Hello, Luna. I see you haven't changed back your photo or your name. If you're Freddy, why does your name say Fred and yet your Twitch name says Freddy? Very confusing. Very confusing. Hello, Nolan. I don't know why, Nolan, I don't know why your chat didn't come up on screen. That's kind of strange. Kind of strange. Hopefully it didn't freeze. I can move this out over here. Just as a double. Oh man, I need to start the timer. We've barely been doing this though. Yeah. All right. 52 to 1352. All right, 1350. Yep, there we go. Time added, and we're back to on time. Oh, Fred and Freddy are roommates? That's wild. Your guess is 358. All right, well that's very soon. That is a soon guess. Well, Luna nicknamed Matt. How you doing tonight? Good to have you here. 459. Look, I'd still be excited with all these because that means we're only like 1 or 2 actual like streams away from it. Yeah, the Fred and Freddy duo. It's very complicated, but makes sense. Let's see if I can actually get into here. And man, I am the worst about remembering to weekly trade my shinies from Pokemon Go into home. I even have like reminders on my computer, my phone, everywhere. And I look at it, I go like, yeah, I'll do that later. And another week goes by with no shinies traded over to home. What wasted free money basically. All right, let's see. Pokemon shinies. This would be under Marowak. Yep, I have one, and it has no nickname. We met on July 26, 2020. Look at that shiny little guy. What a champion. Love it. Now I'm blurry. No, I'm not. I'm pretty sure you can't get the shiny charm until after you get the entire Pokedex, which would mean that we can't do it until the challenge is already over. Because I'm pretty sure you need at least all 150 Pokemon to get the shiny charm. That sounds like a very hostile roommate situation you got going on there, Fred. But yeah, generally shiny badge challenges are more or less, I guess there's a way you could get around it, but more or less you're generally stuck to using no shiny charm. Waiting for a shiny to appear. Yes, how about you give me a shiny this time, sir? So this will be 330 once we're done with this batch. Unless we get the shiny, which would be crazy to get it this soon. Hello again. I love that you're keeping up the bit. How are the lo-fi music vibes? Are the levels, is it too low? Is it too high? I think it can come up just a little bit. Right about there. Amy, what is up? Bonjour. 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 Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. There goes the baker with his tray like always. The same old breads and buns to sell. Every morning's just the same since the morning that we came to this poor shiny hunt. Good morning, Amy. I just wrote that. All from up here. Wow. I am an impressive songwriter. YouTube, don't copyright me. It's my original work. Definitely not plagiarized. Nope. It's just you said a word like bonjour and I just like I don't know. I just had this vision of me reading a book, walking through a street. I think if I just kept going, I'd probably end up like at a fountain and then some sheep or something. Probably a Dratini would eat the book. Or a Mareep. Actually, it was probably a Mareep. Yeah. I probably would. Like a Tyranitar or something inside that castle. Amy, if it makes you feel better, I know that I am Matt, and it still confused me. That's valid, Fred. Have you ever tried pitting Freddy against Jason? I hear they've made 2 movies about it. Yeah, you know, there was part of me that wanted to start Final Fantasy IX tonight, but I knew with the late start, it'd be dangerous. It'd be dangerous territory for me to start already on a late stream, and then I'd want to go later. Hopefully tomorrow we can start on normal time. And we just get going on the game. I did, like I was starting to say earlier, I did like slightly start the game just to figure out layout, because so basically if you want to see the full like widescreen gameplay, you will have to be on Twitch, but I've only cut off basically what I've cut off for YouTube is what they've added on for the HD versions on the side, so you'll still see like the original gameplay in the center, just not the added on art left and right. Ooh, shiny Wiglet. That is a good shiny. That's a shiny I don't have yet. Congrats. That's a good one. Do I predict? If I make a prediction, it's bad luck. You guys can predict all day long. Ooh. Name it Soba. Because it's kind of like a soba noodle. Or udon. Name it. Yo, udon's better. Name it udon. Next one. Oh, wow. Fred, Freddy, and Freddy. Very similar to Ed, Ed, and Eddie, I'm guessing, but with Fred, Freddy, and Freddy. Tonight's Lo-Fi jams are Sonic jams. From Sonic Adventure. Good jams. Good, solid jams. Which, by the way, Ed, Ed, and Eddie, such prime cartoon. Such a fantastic cartoon. What kind of little guy named Eddie, Freddy? What up, Vanilla? How's it going? Thanks for being the best flavor of ice cream. I'm well after hazelnut, but you know, best of the like classic 3. Nolan, the wrench next to her name means she's a mod. And if you want to know how she became a mod, it's because she correctly uses the term "my dude." That's the very tough requirement. Whoa, Luna, change it back to your name and just coming in hot. Alright, 2 more for this batch. I don't remember, I didn't catch a shiny out of my eye, out of the corner of my eye, but that's not to say that it wasn't around. The biggest menace around. Dennis the Menace is scared of Amy. This has got too many lyrics. We're going ahead. Don't want to get copywritten. Though I don't see any. I think that was the last one, right? I think it has to be before the colon. Pretty sure it has to be before the colon, but that would be actually hilarious if you took the time and effort to put that wrench emoji before every single message you ever send. That would be hilarious dedication. Alright, so let's do a double check here. Not seeing any shinies. Alright, we didn't miss one. So you know what that means. Force quit. Change this to 330 while we boot that back up. Drop that back on there. And as it boots back up. What's my preference for the nickname? I stick by Udon. I think Udon, or Soba or Udon. But I also like, I don't know the deeper Mario lore, so, oh, for nature? For Wiglet? I don't even know what, is Wiglet physical or special? I can't say I've played with one. Ugh. Next, like one or within this next batch of 30. Here we go with 30 more. Let's do it. Kind of. Shelby, I believe you did, and congrats. I hear you have both chosen to take the name Mr. and Mrs. Kong. Is that correct? You're both changing your last name to Kong? Congrats. I hear it was a magical day. And I'm so happy for the both of you. So, guys, claps in chat for Heath and Shelby. Yeehaw! And there he is, Mr. Kong himself. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that it was agreed upon that you guys were both going to take the last name Kong. Surely this was in the vows. Heath, am I blowing your cover? I mean, no, yeah, you guys are totally... Yeah, just taking normal last names. What am I talking about? Anyways, Marowak. That's not shiny. So Nolan, we can't nickname this one. We can give it its own nickname in our hearts, but since it's a traded Pokemon, we can't nickname it. It is one of the best shiny Pokemon of all time. It is. They went, and you know what's funny? I didn't even discover until last stream. I thought it was just like the purple became a better purple. I mean, which you can tell I like that kind of purple given, you know, the general vibe of the channel, even though it is technically a different purple. But I didn't actually fully notice that the tummy became black, which is what adds so much to it. I somehow, even with it being one of my favorite shinies, never noticed that tum-tum becomes all black, which gives it that great contrast. Love it. Whoa, Amy, calling people out. Only 5 likes on the stream? Guys, only 5. If you're not gonna give him to me, give him for Heath and Shelby. Like, what are you guys doing? Hit that thumbs up button. Also, Heath, I don't know if you recognize the lo-fi vibes we're playing tonight. It is free. It's free and it's also free. Thumbs up for Teeth. So was it everything you guys wanted? Was it magical? Was it seemed super chill? Just seemed beautiful, and the weather looked fantastic for you guys. Nah, it's not Banjo-Kazooie. Good guess. Good guess. This is actually Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure 2 Chow Garden Lo-Fi Remix. It definitely has similar vibes. That is true. Umbreon, what is up? Thank you for the like. Thank you. Oh, we're up to 10 likes. Amy, all good. I knew when I was starting a later stream that some people would be just not able to hang as long. What up, Jason? How is it going? My favorite shiny, it changes all the time. This is definitely up there as one of them. I love Shiny Victini. I love Shiny Zygarde. This is definitely up there as one of them. I obviously love Shiny Superior since it's tattooed right here on my arm. Oh, look at that, back to back. Both of you loved it, and that's the best. Look, when my wife and I came out of our wedding a little over a year ago, and we both were like, that was like everything we ever wanted. And it's funny because going into the wedding, we both kind of had different, not wants, but like, she wanted a very small wedding. I didn't want a big wedding, but I wanted like a medium size, and we ended up being somewhere in between those. But it ended up being like the exact perfect amount we both wanted. It ended up pouring down rain, which might sound terrible, but like, right. I'm just gonna go ahead and share, not share this photo, but I'm gonna put it up on my phone on the screen because it was just, oh man. Not to talk about my wedding on your guys' wedding day, but I'm here doing it. But no, there's nothing. My point being, first off, hold on. We can talk about this. Let's see if I can get in on this. I don't think you guys will be able to see this, but all of my groomsmen had a different Oh yeah, you guys actually probably can. Different Pokeball for every groomsman. And, well, not groomsmen, wedding party, because my dad is in there. Our Our officiant is in there. But, so basically, within the wedding party... No, he thought... Alright, fine, I'm gonna stop talking. You tell me about yours. I don't want to steal no thunder. It's your special day. I was just trying to, like, share a connection with you, man. Jason, if you don't have Zygarde is always the first one I say. Amy, have a fantastic evening while I figure out how to get my camera back in focus. And I'm back. Even though I was gonna go. So yeah, so I had the Premier Ball because it's my favorite ball, and I was catching my favorite shiny, which was my wife. My wife is my favorite shiny. That's the real answer when people ask what my favorite shiny is. But if I just say Liz, no one's gonna know what I'm talking about. And then my brother was my best man. He had the Master Ball. After him was my buddy, who had an Ultra Ball, then a Great Ball, then a Pokeball. Our officiant had Love Balls as their cufflinks. My dad, who wasn't in the wedding but walked my wife down the aisle, had the Luxury Ball. And then there was, my wife had a guy on her side of the aisle, and he had a Cherish Ball. Wait, what? Fred, sometimes it's very hard to keep up with you, my dude, but... Alright, hold on, let me see if I can... I'm sure I can find this wedding photo from the downpour that was just that magical. Yep, here we go. I don't know if this is gonna show up on screen. Like, look at how magical as fuck. That umbrella is glowing. That's a clear umbrella, but the way that they place the light, you can see every raindrop. Like, what a cool wedding photo. So, yeah, that... Oh, there it is. Focused in. What a rad wedding photo. In your wedding, did you put a ring in the Premier Ball, kind of like... No, I did not have an actual Premier Ball there. Just my cufflinks were Premier Balls. Jason, next stream is probably tomorrow. Very likely. Thank you, Shelby. But no, seriously, the photos that Heath shared with me so far, like, your guys' wedding looked so cool and chill. And Shelby, I loved your shoes, how they had the big lace up. Like that, those were super cool. Dress was beautiful too. Everything was beautiful, but I thought the shoes were extra cool because it was like a hidden feature. Jason, if you're hunting via Dynamax Adventure, which is the only way you can get that shiny, then I'll be very impressed. That is a very hard hunt. But you will have to have incredible luck, and I hope you do, because it is a miserable one. This would be Sonic Adventure 2 Lo-Fi Remixes. But we can go ahead to one of the non-lyric ones. Shelby, there's a rule about cool shoes. They're gonna suck. For cool shoes, it's either pain or just suck, or both. Why is my oh, that's because I was showing a photo. There we go. Well, man, I mean, I feel extra honored that you guys are hanging out in stream for this. Did I forget to count those last ones? Do. 300. no, okay, I don't think I did. Fred, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh man, it'd be crazy. I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if this one has the potential to be as exciting as Noodle. I will be excited, but Noodle was such a brutal hunt because of it being a rare spawn that might be one of the most epic hunts that happens here on the channel, if I'm being honest. Taco Bell dinner, wedding night dinner. I love that. All right, well then, important questions. What was the Taco Bell order for wedding night? You got some just straight up tacos, or you got a gordita crunch, Mexican pizza? Give me the deets. Also, what's your go-to sauce packet? I actually did have Taco Bell sauce on my hot dogs tonight. Fun fact: Taco Bell sauce was made for hot dogs because Taco Bell was originally a hot dog shop that then shifted to a taco shop, and they just kept their sauces. But so if you ever try their sauces on hot dogs, they're actually really good. But yeah, go-to sauce, and what'd you order for a wedding night at the Taco Bell? Oh, I didn't know they had. All right, so here's the thing. I did know, and a lot of people don't know or believe this. Taco Bell has not the healthiest menu, but out of all fast food, Taco Bell consistently wins healthiest menu options. So I'm not surprised that they have a keto bowl, but I've never had it, and I kind of feel like I need to try it now because that sounds fantastic. But yeah, a lot of I'm not surprised at all because, like I said, they're kind of known for having healthy options. But like, keto bowl sounds legit. All right, final one. So this will make it 360. Man, Freddy, all three of you. I don't even know what's going on with you guys. All right, now we go ahead and do the quick shiny check. Wait, hold on, what's this question? You find $20 on the side of the road. What do you do? A, keep it. B, sacrifice 15 orphans. C, gamble it away. D, have a mental breakdown. E, evade taxes. All of the above. Wow, if those are my only options, I guess I'll go with C, gamble it away. Even though I know I'm actually going to win the money bet, I'm going to make it into a lot more money because I'm really good at blackjack. And no shiny. No shiny. Alright, our non-keto order is 2 beefy 5-layer burritos with Crunchwrap Supreme, classic. Chicken chalupa with... Oh, hold on. I gotta connect the controller back. Stupid turbo controller. Alright, chicken chalupa with spicy potato taco. Oh, I always forget about the potato tacos, too. So now here's the thing, and this... I'm pretty sure Diablo came out, like, in the past, like, 15 years. I know Diablo was... I'm pretty sure that fire used to be the hottest sauce. And then I think they added Diablo about, like, 10, 15 years ago. To me, it was always, I was either going with fire sauce or mild sauce. For whatever reason, medium just does not hit with me. Recently, for purposes of my gut and not wanting to be in constant pain, I do go with the mild now these days. I personally go with B, the sacrifice 15 orphans. Okay, but Heath, am I right in that Diablo is like a newer thing? Because I'm pretty sure fire used to be the hottest. Like, it was always mild, fantastic. Medium, garbage. Hot, garbage. Fire, fantastic. Both of these two, fantastic. And then they came in and added Diablo. Oh, and they also added Verde for a minute, which was good, but I think Verde is gone now. I'm doing, Ruski, I am doing 30 per reset. Sorry, that question almost got away from me, but yeah, I'm doing 30 per reset. All right, my guess. Well, no, I guess my guess was way off. That's 9 years ago. So, all right. Oh, but permanent, which means it was a temporary thing before that. Summon Joel. 20 times shiny luck. You guys are really sticking to the wrench bit too, which is, I think, hilarious. I'm almost positive that when we get the shiny, I'm gonna totally miss it. They do have a medium too, right? Or did they get rid of medium in the process? Shiny Ninetales, this is the only way to hunt him unless I go back to Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, which does not apply to this game. So if you know of another way to hunt it, I'm all ears, but to my knowledge, this is the only way to hunt it. We're trading a 30 Cantonian Marowaks for 30 Alolan Marowaks. Pokemon, it still wouldn't count towards this challenge though. This is a shiny badge quest. And part of the challenge is we need to do we needed to do one of these as it's one of the different types. Well, I mean, they very well could have gotten rid of the medium. I'm pretty sure it used to be 4 sauces of mild, medium, hot, and fire. I think. No, that was not one. That had a white belly. In this game, well, for the challenge itself, we currently have 3. We have Nidoran Male, which became a Nidorino. We have Venonat, and we have Dratini. We also do have a Shiny Meltan and a Shiny Melmetal. Those were transferred over from Go, but those do not count towards the badge quest. Those are just there to take on battles outside of the level cap for the gyms. So when we're not in the gym. Yeah, this is a shiny badge quest. 1 shiny before each gym. Someone asked me what my favorite Pokemon game of all time is. It's probably Black and White. Original Black and White, not Black and White 2. Shiny Oat. Like rolled oats, steel cut oats. Probably steel cut oats. Favorite shiny of all time, it changes all the time, but Alolan Marowak is up there on the top list. Shiny Zygarde is up there. Shiny Victini is up there. Shiny Superior tattooed on me, so I gotta say that one. I read oats and I was like, oh, we're talking about breakfast now? Thank you. Whoa, it totally could be in my head. It 100% could be in my head. Yeah, Logan, I am very fortunate to have most of my cartridges from when I was, when they were coming out when I was in my young 20s. For whatever reason, even when I kind of faded out of, like, I went through that period of like, I guess I don't like Pokemon anymore, which was a lie. It was a blatant lie. I had a drinking problem. I mean, I'm definitely getting the new Pokemon game for sure. Probably will get a Switch 2 version and a Switch 1 version, if I'm being honest. But, yeah, with the DS games, I'm just happy that even though I wasn't really playing them when they came out, yeah, getting the DS is not hard. It's getting the games for the DS that is very hard. Unless you want to get a fake copy, which is always risky. Nolan, have a great day at school tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. I will be back live earlier tomorrow. I'm curious. So when they did Legends Arceus, which is I think the last time they offered a plush in America, it was just an Arceus plush. No, I mean, somehow this game has gone down a little bit over time. Fred, there's a lot of like bootlegged copies out there that are cheap, but it is very hard to find a cheap, legitimate Pokemon cartridge. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's just the flow of Pokemon games. I mean, there was I'm sure that soon, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are gonna jump up in price. Like, and even in 2020, those weren't so bad. Those were like still at normal price, maybe even discounted a little bit. Yeah, but Logan, people will soon realize that this game is legit. Whoa, that's unopened too. That's a sweet deal, Heath. I think actually, I don't remember. I think I might only have Ultra Moon on cartridge. I have the case for both, but I think I might have just bought a case. I don't know. I'll go. It's too much to move up there to check right now. Yeah, I mean, I still, for a minute there, I did buy digital. Like, I'm pretty sure my original Sun is, and my original Alpha Ruby are both digital only on my DS, which I regret to this day. Because now I just buy the hard copies. And I mean, I'm the crazy person that buys the double pack, but I also buy it digitally so that I can have it at midnight release. And then when I get the double pack the next day, I'm like, cool, I got the double pack now, and it just goes on the shelf. A least favorite shiny Pokemon. I'm sure I do. What it is? Man, I don't know. There's a lot of bad shinies out there. That's not bad at all, Logan, for both. You know, I've never even seen Hamilton, and that's the most hilarious part of all your Lin-Manuel talk. But enjoy Hollow Knight. I was definitely playing Hollow Knight last night while falling asleep. That game has captured my heart. I can understand Seal, but I think in the right light it actually is an okay shiny. Honestly, Cyndaquil shiny kind of lets me down. See, but Shiny Ninetales, while I understand what you're saying, there's very minor differences between Alolan, Marowak, shiny and non-shiny, and it's one of the best shinies. What up, Money Manager? I'm doing fantastic. Oh, no, see, all right, Heath, I'm going to adamantly disagree with you on this. I think Golden Ghost shiny is incredible. And by that, I mean, if you looked at the two side by side without knowing which one they are, you would absolutely say that shiny is the cooler of the looking two. Because it has the oxidized green rings around it. Having known what Golden Go looked for and created a perception of what we wanted the shiny, I think that's why Golden Ghost shiny gets a lot of hate. But Golden Ghost shiny is, in my opinion, way cooler than real Golden Go. Not to disagree with you on your wedding day or nothing, but, you know. Copy that on Nidoqueen. Yeah, you know what, Logan, to your point on Iron Moth, like, that was another that initially I was disappointed in, but I actually really do like the shiny now with time going on. Shiny Gengar actually is, I might say Shiny Gengar is my answer. Not like Dynamax or any of that stuff, but straight up Shiny Gengar, I think I might agree with that one. Ooh, 100 IV Quagsire, nice, very nice. Cool guys, it would absolutely be Snivy. No hesitation, it's Snivy. Yeah, no, I mean, and the sad thing is I don't think Pokemon at this point will ever go retroactively change, because Gengar's been in literally every game at this point. So I don't think they're going to go back and change that, but at least they fixed it for the Mega and the Dynamax. Very cool, Greninja, very, very cool. I don't think I have any Shundos, but I'm not gonna lie, it's like, I'm not like on Pogo that often. I mean, I can look it up while we're here. But I'm almost positive I have 0 Shundos. I generally get one shiny of something and then stop trying to get shiny, or you know, the evolutionary line and then stop. Let's go for 4-star. Still looking at the screen. I mean, all right. Also, to be clear on this number for Hundos, I've sent a lot of them to Pokemon Home because they have 0 use for me in Pokemon Go. But currently, I still have 49 Hundos, just randomly in Home. But I'm sure I probably traded like 15 or 20 of them away to Home. Yeah, I started Pogo on release day as well. No, I'm not like a hardcore player or anything. I'm a very casual player. Heath, that's what's up, my dude. And that's how I try to generally look at shinies. Is not is it what I wanted, but more if I did not know the non-shiny, would I like the shiny? Because I think there's always going to be a shiny bias if you already know the original, in my opinion. But if you look at the shiny from an unbiased point of view and just say, on its own, does this stand on its own 2 legs? That's to me where, see you later, Fred. Welcome back, cool guy. But yeah, I think trying to gauge a shiny based on, you know, just whatever. Like, now I will say Mousehold. I do personally like the blue shirt better than I like the tan shirts. But, you know. Sorry, blue shirt and blue pants over the yellowish tan shirt and yellowish tan pants. Oh, we're doing the rappy ones again. Money, I have to save that for members of the channel. That is one of the perks of being a member, so it would be unfair for me to, oh, we're out. It'd be unfair for me to the people that do pay to be a member, for me to just go and do that. Oh man, yeah, and straight into the Rogue song. I just don't want the lyrics to somehow end up getting me copyright stricken. I forgot how much actual lyrical content was in that game. Well, thank you for making sure you were subbed. Appreciate that, cool guy. What a cool guy move. No shiny. That brings us up to 390. Oh, see, now Heath, that right there is an unpopular opinion I like. Is that someone say in general that they just don't like most shinies? That's definitely a rare, and I respect that opinion. I mean, there are definitely, I would say I probably fall I'm probably right around 50-50. Shiny Greninja's cool. Shiny Greninja is definitely cool. I mean, look, Shiny Charizard's super cool too. But yeah, like your I think Shiny Wartortle is super cool, but Squirtle and Blastoise, eh. The whole Bulbasaur line, I am, eh. Ninetales is a very discreet shiny. At least Alolan is. I guess regular Ninetales does basically become a Alolan Ninetales, which is pretty cool. Look, let's just be honest. Ninetales is a fantastic looking Pokemon, pretty much in every form they've ever made. Money Manager, the membership is, I think, like $5 a month. Shiny Ninetales, thanks for subbing. But Money Manager, only do it if you have the funds. I don't want anyone going out of their way to, you know, pay for it. Heath, that's definitely how I play my initial playthroughs. That's 100% how I play my, like, when Legends ZA comes out, we definitely won't be shiny hunting on purpose until the end of the game. Now, if we get a shiny along the way, great. But, yeah, first playthrough, I just like to go through as vanilla as possible. Now that I'm doing it for content, I guess there's a world where maybe we try and Nuzlocke it on first run, but even that, I don't know. I love Alolan Raichu shiny. I think that's a fantastic shiny. Man, yeah, Ninetales, honestly, I've been trying to be better about that, but I'm even really bad at completing the Pokedex in my initial run-through. Like, I generally have to go backtrack. Favorite Alolan Pokemon is absolutely the one we're hunting right now. Raichu is a close second. Raichu is a very close second. Which I know is ironic considering I have Executor right here behind my head. this playlist is actually coming to an end. So I'm gonna get something else new loaded up. Wow, Ninetales. Now, that being said, Legends Arceus, I just was enjoying catching Pokemon so much that I did get very far in that Pokedex. Yeah, Alolan forms. Heath, I'm guessing all of your Alolan Pokemon are the monkeys. Your Orangaroos, your Passimians. Am I wrong? I love that Mimikyu Shiny is black and white. I do love Mimikyu Shiny. Even though it's a pain in the butt to look for in Scarlet and Violet. Heath, I'm gonna ask the bigger question. Is there any ape, chimp, monkey-like Pokemon that you don't like? Oh, Heath definitely likes the elemental monkeys. I want to say Simisear is his favorite. Oh, Togedemaru. Oh, hold on. Don't be spitting that stuff on me. I have loved Mimikyu since the day it came out. As a Tim Burton loving guy, I got a freaking Mimikyu tattoo. I called it. I know Heath's love for the monkeys, but yeah, I was never guilty of Mimikyu hate. I loved that thing since before the game was even released. I loved it so much that I refused to believe it was real. I thought it was something baiting me to get too excited to get let down. I will accept that 90% of people did not, but yeah. This Sleepy Hollow, Nightmare Before Christmas, Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice guy right here, all about it. Mimikyu is very high on my list, given the fact that it has made my tattoos. There are only 3 different Pokemon tattooed on me at the moment. So, you know it's doing pretty well when it's tattooed on me. Original legendary birds, or are you doing the Alolans? Or, sorry, the Galarian birds. Don't forget Hollow Knight? What do you mean don't forget Hollow Knight? I've been playing it every day. It's been fantastic. The shiny's like black and white. Exactly, like grayscale, like it's gone into a black and white movie. Oh my god, I didn't even think about Mega Mimikyu. Oh, I would love Mega Mimikyu. Don't get my hopes up. Oh, actually, Heath, I agree with you. I think Apom and Ambipom are 2 of the weakest, if not the weakest, monkeys. Oh, Shelby. Beetlejuice is top tier. The Broadway musical and both movies. And the 90s cartoon. All 4 of those things. Broadway, Beetlejuice 1, Beetlejuice 2, Beetlejuice, the animated series. All of them in my favorite things of life. I saw the... whoa, Ninetales. Don't be bringing on that juju here into stream. Whoa, not 3 times. You said it unbroken. Triple, what's going on? Edward Scissorhands is a classic. Good old school. One of Vincent Price's final movies, I believe, was Edward Scissorhands. Favorite shiny legendary, specifically legendary, not mythical, probably Zygarde. Even though Yveltal is very close behind. Oh. Whoa, I never even thought about Darmanitan being a monkey, but it totally is a monkey. Whoa, Heath. Isn't it funny how, like, with certain lengths of playing Pokemon, you just start accepting that they're all Pokemon and not even thinking about what they're relating back to? But yeah, it's 100% a monkey. Mythical Victini. Victini and Mew are like neck and neck. But I think Victini takes it. Shelby, did you ever see the, or have you, hold on, wait, you're saying right now. The first movie will always be my favorite, however, the Broadway. All right, good. I was just about to ask you if you've seen the Broadway show. I was obsessed with it. Guys, I have a problem with Beetlejuice. I saw it pre-Broadway run in DC when it was like a 3.5 hour show. And then they cut like an hour out of it, which helped the show a lot. I saw it opening night on Broadway. And then I saw it like the closing week. And then I saw it once it reopened and closed again. And then on tour. I've seen it 6 times. But yeah, Shelby, the Broadway show is fantastic. Just the changes they gave to, and he's so crude, and I love it. Hey kids, begging your pardon. Excuse me, sorry to barge in. The whole being dead thing. It would hurt my throat too much if I fully went for the Beetlejuice voice. I don't know how Alex Brightman did it every night. Bum 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 bum. Shiny within 10, wow. If I'm paying attention. Wait, why is cool guy, wait, what? Oh no. Oh, it's just behind. I don't know if I remember what Octillery Shiny looks like. Remoraid is a fine shiny. Yeah, I have no issue with Remoraid shiny. Triple, that would be crazy. That would be actually crazy, my dude. Slightly bluer fire. Wicked, I did finally discover it. Its belly changes from white belly to black belly in the shiny. That's another change. Oh, yeah, the mustard color Octillery. Yeah, I mean, I think of, once again, trying to be unbiased. I know, Wicked, I'd never noticed literally until like last stream. And I was like, holy cow, how did I never notice that its belly completely shifts from white to black? Oh yeah, I think Raichu has a fine shiny. I have nothing against Raichu shiny. I actually think I like it quite a bit. Yeah, Triple, I was saying earlier that the trick with those, when they barely change, is you have to look at them unbiasedly. Because there is a chance that the shiny is still better than the non-shiny if you had never seen the non-shiny. You know, like if you were seeing them for the first time side by side, unlabeled, and said which of these is better. Sometimes the minor change, like Glaceon and Leafeon are a great example of that. I think both of those are better shinies than the non-shiny, and they're almost non-existent changes. Oh man, Money, I'm sorry to hear that. That is tough. Thoughts go out to you. First shiny I ever caught, well first, I mean, look, first shiny I ever caught was obviously Red Gyarados in the Lake of Rage. In Gold and Silver. But if we're talking first, like, full odds, like, wasn't hunting for a shiny, it was Horsey in Sword and Shield. I've been playing since Gen 1, and I did not get a full odds shiny until Sword and Shield. Whoa, Heath, that's... I love a good full odds shiny. Whismer. That's kind of a cool shiny, though. And that was with way higher odds. Which is probably why I never got, like... Heath, that was kind of like what you're saying, like... Until until Sword and Shield came along, I was as like, let's make it through the game. And I would just keep on making it through the game. Like, I was like, all right, let's catch a singular team and play with that team through the whole game. I bet Ninetales, I would have been too. Nice, Logan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine was Shield, but, you know, same generation. Ooh, Oddish. I actually like Oddish's shiny as well. The green body. Getting close to another box down. Oh, shiny aura. Heath, that's a fantastic shiny. That's like, it becomes basically like white body, right? Yeah, that's a great shiny. Oh, interesting. See, now, Bellsprout shiny, I don't love, but I understand why people do love it, but I'm kind of like, on it. Ooh, Vileplume. Does your love extend to Blossom, or are you so hardcore Vileplume that you're just like, nah, Blossom's trash? Wicked. So, yeah, actually, Wicked, that's another great example, though. I agree with you that the entire Charcadet line should have gotten better shinies, but I still think their shinies are better than their originals. Like, once again, if we were looking at the original, the non-shiny and the shiny, and you didn't know which was which, you just had to pick which one was cooler, I do think the shiny would still win. But I agree with you that we were robbed of what could have been an incredible palette swap, or even just like, give them the Gen 6 legendary treatment, give them all like hyper white contrast. Heath, I'm with you. And I mean, look, when Gen 10 comes out and you're all here and we're gonna be playing through it for the first time together here on stream, I will be taking it in. You guys are gonna be like, oh my god, get through the game, Matt. But it's not gonna be because I'm shiny hunting. Yeah, okay, we didn't. I want to make sure. It's not gonna be because I'm shiny hunting. It's gonna be because I'm taking in the game. I want to see all the new Pokemon. I don't need to see them shiny. I just need to see one of them. Then I need to evolve them. That's fair, Wicked. That's totally fair. Did we miss a shiny? I feel like you would have noticed. Yep, we didn't miss a shiny. Oh, Triple, I definitely, well, so I played, look, I'm not gonna lie. Back when it came out, I played Coliseum and I didn't love it. To the point where I never played Gale of Darkness. So will I play Gale of Darkness on stream? I'll probably give it a try. Will we play it all the way through? No promises. But absolutely, I mean, I still am holding out hope to get Switch on release day. I do already know that I will have to probably be at work on release day and the next day and then drive home that Saturday. But if that's the case, you better believe that we're gonna freaking power through and stream that weekend. Oh wow, I don't think I even knew that they did a Dark Lugia GameCube. Now Pokemon Stadium, that I love that game. I love that game. I'm so paranoid that I'm going to accidentally save after we've done all the trades. Well, so cool guy, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. Some people just legitimately have a bunch of, if you see like 4, a lot of the times that is people just having 4 consoles all plugged in. But if it's like 8 or 6, They could just be running it on emulators. Oh man, hold on, I'm gonna look that up right now because I don't think I've ever seen that. Dark Lugia GameCube console. Whoa. I never knew this existed. Whoa, some people out there have made very, very custom ones. Did I just miss a shiny or something? I don't know. Did I? Doesn't look like it. Nope, did not. Cool. Oh, I'm sure they're so insanely expensive now. Are you kidding me? They're probably crazy expensive now. There are some people making like sick custom ones though. I bet the custom ones are probably actually cheaper than the like officially released one. Frick, I loved the GameCube, guys. I think the GameCube is one of the best systems of all time. Oh no, I found it. It's like a gray with a Lugia kind of center top. I found it. Yeah, it was a pretty great generation there. And guys, soon we're getting GameCube on the Switch too, which like, even Soul Calibur, I'm so excited. It probably, I'm not gonna lie, Soul Calibur, highly doubt it's going to live up to the incredible hype I remember having over it way back when. But I'm still super excited to just give it a try again. Still to this day, Ninetales? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I don't even remember that much about it. I just remember loving it. That's all I remember, is loving it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that thing could read a disc that had been thrown against a wall. And the disc was so tiny. I wonder, I'm gonna look this up. How much data did a GameCube disc hold? You know, that's actually kind of crazy. If you think about the time, a GameCube disc, which was like this freaking big. Do I have one right here? No, all of my GameCube games are downstairs. One of those little tiny discs held 1.4 gigs, 1.46 gigabytes. If you think about the time, that's kind of crazy. That every GameCube disc held almost 1.5 gigs of data. Oh man, Heath, I mean probably Cynthia. Even though I'm not like Gen 4 is like probably my least favorite gen. Cynthia does have just such a banger theme. Change my mind. The Dynamax theme. Or Gigantamax theme from Sword and Shield when you were in the gyms. Exactly, yeah. The memory card was tiny. But do you remember how the GameCube, it literally was like, even though it was just data, they would advertise it based on blocks. Like, this cartridge has 120 blocks, and this game will use 5 blocks worth of memory. Nintendo was, the way America is about refusing to learn the metric system, I feel like Nintendo was that way about refusing to use actual data sizes for the longest time. They're like, no, forget about megabytes, forget about gigabytes, blocks. We're gonna use blocks. And then even once you got to the 3DS, like, still it would chart, like, instead of saying what percentage you were downloaded, it would just freaking have Mario jumping and hitting the coin things. I remember Game Shark as well. You had to like have a special Game Shark memory card and then you put the disc in. I don't fully remember that process. Yeah, good times, good times. Great console. Logan, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. Well, actually, no. I can't say this is 100% accurate because I just don't know the shiny megas that well. But I'm gonna say Metagross, shiny mega Metagross, because I don't think there's. That's one of the best shinies of all time. So I'm gonna say shiny mega Metagross. Man, cool guy. I do think that that day will come, but I don't think it's in our lifetime. And the reason I say that is because it has been a bigger cultural phenomenon than the Beatles. When you look at how much it's grossed and how, like, you know, there are people who don't really know the Beatles. Mega Ray Ray's cool, but I definitely still would put Mega Metagross over it. So I mean, everything has a lifespan. There's no doubt about that. It's just kind of part of the circle of life. But I do think Pokemon, at this point, even if it started to die, it's gonna take decades to die out. Mega Altaria. You know, I can't say I've ever been a huge Altaria fan. I always wanted to be an Altaria fan, but I never really could, like, I always was lying to myself when I said I was a fan. So I think I understand why everyone loves it, because I felt I needed to love it too, for that reasons I was seeing, but it just wasn't clicking for me. Yeah, Ruski, I think you're kind of onto it. Like, it is basically a legacy brand at this point. Kind of like, I mean, will Mickey Mouse die off at some point? Or the Disney, I'm sure at some point. But, like, it's been around for so long that it's literally in the history books. Like, you know, when you think back on the Egyptians, you think of, like, mummies and sarcophaguses and ankhs and the pyramids and all that stuff. Pokemon is going to be one of those things for human culture, of this part of human culture. This turn of the century era. How many new megas do I think are going to get added in Legend ZA? Oh man, that's tricky. I don't know why, but my head says 20. Which is so many. 20 is so many to add. But I don't think we're getting anything else other than new megas. I don't think we're getting new regional forms other than Eternal Floette, which is technically not new. I played X and Y a lot and I loved them. I just didn't get into megas. And even when I first played this game, I never bothered to collect the mega stones. To me, Gigantamax and Terra are just way more fun mechanics. Oh yeah, if you want to talk about things that have taken inspiration, yes, Pokemon will live forever because through inspiration, without a doubt, yeah. That's actually hilarious, Heath. You're like, get this little cloud bird out of my way. How do I get the cloud dragon? Cloud bird, get out of my way. How do I get that cloud dragon? Get out of my way, Cloud Bird. Yeah, Terra is so strategic, and I love that. I mean, even Gigantamax was quite strategic, because you could use it on, well, Dynamax you could use on anyone, and it was limited to 3 turns, and boy, did you get strong, and you could, you know, both of them awesomely, but Terra is, like, next level strategic. Ninetales, let's see how well Terra looks on Switch 2. You know, since it's getting the actual patch upgrade. So it will likely be in 4K. Well, Triple, we're gonna find out how popular a new Pokemon Stadium would be since we're getting it. It's called Pokemon Champions. Do I think the next gen like, do I think Gen 10 is going to introduce new Pokemon? Yes, absolutely. I don't think that they would, I mean, because their next, Gen 10 is going to be the 10th generation of games launching the same year as the 30th anniversary. That's like, that is the planets aligning. There's no way they don't. Swablu, I've never been as cool as Altaria. There's no I just don't like the crown look, to be honest. Hey guys, you need to help me out real quick. Oh, Crazy Gamer, you're never too late to get into Pokemon. Are you kidding me? I mean, and there's that's like such a broad question, but like, are you looking to play competitive? Are you looking to shiny hunt? Are you looking to, literally, Pokemon is made to continue being picked up. So I would say 100% pick it up. I would say if you were to start anywhere, if you wanted to play competitive, just hop into Sword and Shield. It's going to be a little glitchy, but that's where the current meta is. So I'd go there. But if you're just looking to get into Pokemon, oh, I don't even know what the heck that is. I'm also dyslexic. You can't put a word that close to Pokemon. I literally read them as the identical. With my brain just swaps the M into an N and puts it after the O. And I have opened TCG. I have a base set Charizard from when I was young. It's in terrible condition. Oh, so Crazy Gamer, where is that? Where is that? Is it like an online hosted situation? This is Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Mega Arcanine would be cool. It'd be cool if Mega Arcanine actually ends up looking pretty darn close to the legendary portrait of the 3 birds in Arcanine from the anime, so it kind of ties way, way back to original lore. Happy birthday, Jones. Interesting. I'll have to look that up after stream. That sounds very interesting. Which one is better, Let's Go Eevee or... They're the same game. What up, Sin? Happy to see you over on Twitch now. Glad you've been watching over on YouTube and now have come over to the world of Twitch, where, in my opinion, the layout is far better and easier to watch on Twitch. But we are on YouTube and we are on Twitch, and happy to have you guys over at either place. what is your opinion on just shiny hunting Pokemon? If that's how someone gets enjoyment out of their Pokemon experience, I say go for it. I don't think there is a wrong way to play Pokemon. Just like there's not a wrong way to play any video game for that matter. The point of video games is to have fun. So as long as you're having fun, play that way. In Halo, I had the most fun blowing myself up and doing nothing for my teams. And I had fun with it. No shiny. That's very true, Ninetales, and that's why I do it on both. Discoverability on YouTube, and then Twitch for the people who want to go over and have a more proper viewing experience, I guess you would say. I have no gripes with anyone on either. What up, Noah? See you tomorrow, cool guys. We're probably gonna be playing Final Fantasy IX tomorrow. I have thought about it. My Twitch link is in the description. If you go to the description right now, I'm very much looking forward to the Switch too. Very, very much so. Oh, wait. What happened to my... I'm sorry. I need to go add... I don't know how, but my Twitch link got deleted from... Stand by. Come watch with the full... No, so basically, Ruski, basically what happened, I think, is it's part of my automatic, it goes on every single description I have. But I guess this one, due to us being in this for a while, it did not do it. www.twitch.tv/m64plays/ All right, Ruski, go check again. It should be in there now. Let's get try. Oh, also we need to up the counter. We have, guys, we have done it. We have hit 420. We've hit 420. I mean, I don't plan to ever play it in 4K. There's really no game I have any desire to play in 4K. Brewski, thank you for pointing that out. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, my dude. I gave you sass and you gave it right back, and I deserved it. No, we're just gonna have to link up when work's not so busy, because it's got to be a during the day kind of thing. But it's not going anywhere. You don't have to worry about it. I'm sure they will be 4K, but I'm just saying, like, you know, there's no benefit to playing in 4K. It, you know, 1080 is as crisp as I need it. Like, even if something's in 4K on YouTube, I'm changing it down to 1080. I'm not gonna, you know, tackle my bandwidth like that. It's not a noticeable enough difference. Yeah, 1080p is in my opinion, the max of what anything needs to be. No, we talked about this yesterday. You don't have to ask a question, because that is asking a question. 1440, yeah, maybe. Yeah, well, and that's kind of my point. Is like, all right, well, let's use this as an example. Like, no one watches anime higher than 720. Even if you're watching it higher than 720, you're watching a 720 animation at a higher resolution. But like, for rendering purposes, all anime is rendered, with the exception of like Arcane and stuff. But like a classic style anime, that's all still 720. Dragon Ball Z, 720. JJK, 720. Solo Leveling, 720. So like, a thing like Pokemon, like, yeah, 1080, now getting 1080, 120 frames per second, that's a different thing. Getting the 120 frames per second, fantastic. Next hunt is going to be a very difficult one. Lady Gaga just released a song about its final evolved form. Thank you, Eva. Thank you. Logan, I would recommend, Noah, I would recommend reaching out to someone on the Discord to see if anyone has it to be able to trade you. Because I'm obviously in the hunt. Exactly, Logan. Exactly. Well, I mean, actually, a great example of that, Logan, is actually if you take Black and White was made for the DS, but it could obviously be played on the 3DS. It looked so much worse on the 3DS from the upscaling. Black and White easily looks way better on the DS than it does on the 3DS. I mean, do they matter? No. I would... Oh, very nice. No lie. Congrats on beating the False Knight. I'm more saying the 120 from the game basically processing. If it's able to render that fast, you're gonna have a lot better processing power for a lot less lag. So it's less for the visual at that point, but more for the processing power. But you are correct. No one can see past... The human mind cannot process... Technically, we see in 30 frames. So, you know... no, it's definitely not a myth. I'm agreeing with you. But it's more for the processing power that is behind it, so that if there are dropped frames, we're not noticing it. Crazy Gamer, we can... please inform me, med student. I was under the knowledge of... But the thing I love about science... Sin, good guess, good guess. No, Crazy Gamer, I love medical knowledge. Please tell me, what are recent studies that have revealed this? That's exciting information. Yeah, no, I'm in no rush. I'm just here training. I love education. Please educate me. Yeah, Crazy Gamer. I don't know if the chat will allow you to. You can try, but I think the chat's going to prevent you from sending a link. But if you want, are you part of our Discord? If not, you can always drop it over in Discord and I can pop it open there. No, of course going to college doesn't make you right, but he's offering a PubMed. Discord's banned in Turkey? That's crazy. Alright, well, I'll look on PubMed regardless. I'm on PubMed all the time. I spend way too much time on PubMed. Crazy Gamer, is it the humans perceive flicker artifacts at 50 hertz? Is it this one? Yeah, I'll take the Google search as well. No, it's important to note you do need a Nintendo Online account in order to be able to connect to the internet. Sen, you are onto something there. I don't reveal what the next one is until the current one is done, but I'm not saying you're wrong. That is a Lady Gaga song. Heath, actually, both of you, beautiful married couple, have a fantastic first night of being married. Once again, claps in chat for the newly married couple. Have a fantastic evening. Love that you guys had a day full of love and that you chose to spend some of it with us. Have a fantastic evening, guys. No worries, Sin. Happy to have you here. Effective frame rate, user experience. No, if you don't have Nintendo Online, you can't trade at all. So Ruski, we beat Radical Red last year. We beat a Emerald Randomizer. We just yesterday beat a challenge. I think you were here for it. Weren't you here yesterday when we beat our Pokemon Violet challenge run where it wasn't a Nuzlocke, but we could only use unevolved starters and they were level capped. We beat that yesterday. That was tough. We got one starter after each boss chosen randomly by a wheel, and by the end we had all the current starters. So Ruski, it was without a doubt fun, but it was also, I ended up doing most of the grinding off stream because it was painful grinding. It was incredibly painful grinding because you had to grind with Everstones. You couldn't even grind with Lucky Eggs because then you'd just be pushing B after everything. So it was, I'm happy we did it. We got through Nimona at the end, which honestly, some of the earlier stuff was harder. Favorite pizza topping is... Favorite pizza, probably mushrooms or olives, black olives. Cheese. Because, you know what, let's be real. Realistically, cheese is my favorite pizza topping because if you gave me a pizza without the cheese, I'd probably be like, nah. I'm having a pretty great day today, yeah. It was a very, very long work day. I'm not gonna lie about that. It was a long, busy work day. Like, the bags under these eyes are real. I did not get a second to breathe, but I love my job, so that's cool. Yeah, the flicker artifact is what I was what I pulled up to read after. after stream. I'm interested to read that. Thank you for sharing, Crazy Gamer. How many more Marowaks on this train? Logan, my favorite gen of Pokemon is Gen 5. Gen 5. Sin, thank you for stopping by. Good to have you here. Ooh, Crazy Gamer, I hate to say that Gen 4 is my least favorite gen. I gave Pal World like half a second of a try. But the thing is, it came out last year at the most unfortunate time. It came out like 2.5 weeks before my wedding. And I was away for work away on work for one of those weeks. And then when I came back, I had to put down my cat before our wedding. So it was a roller coaster of like a couple weeks. And then when I came out of that, oh, I love Gen 2 starters. I think Gen 2 starters are, like, incredible. Chikorita, gold, incredible. Cyndaquil, one of the best. Totodile, like, as derpy as they come in the best way. There's not a... In my opinion, Gen 2 does not have a bad starter. I'm so excited to play as Chikorita in ZA. I think that Chikorita's probably going to be the most popular starter in ZA. I'm calling it now. Man, oh, Pal World. But yeah. I love Hisuian Typhlosion and I love regular Typhlosion. Love them both. Yeah, so with Pal World, it was just like by the time all that got done, the hype of the game had already, like everyone had already beaten it by that point, that I got done with the wedding and got home and recovered from just the roller coaster I had been on. So it was kind of just like, I gave it a try and I was like, you know what? The universe had different plans for me. Oh, I'm almost positive that the Mega for Meganium is going to be Fairy type. Yes, I absolutely agree with you, Noah. And yeah, no, I don't know. I love the final evolutions as well. Meganium's just a cool dinosaur. Cyndaquil is everything I ever wanted in a fire starter. Or I mean Typhlosion. And then for Alligator. Have you seen that butt? That thing's got a thick booty. Did I miss a shiny? Alright. And that brings us up to 450, which I think, guys, since we had a late start, I think that's about where we're going to call it tonight. Logan, I think you were reading my mind, because I think that is where we are going to get going as well. But guys, we will be back tomorrow starting our Final Fantasy IX playthrough. First time with all the mods, the voice acting added in. It is my favorite game of all time, I'm pretty sure. What up, favorite friend? So yeah, tomorrow, guys. It's not Pokemon content tomorrow, but I would have never gotten into Final Fantasy IX if it weren't for my love of Pokemon. These games, they don't... I would have never known how much I like Final Fantasy IX if Pokemon hadn't gotten me there. So these games are intertwined in my life, at least. And yeah, let's hang out tomorrow. That's a great way to put it. Oh, Ninetales. I definitely recommend going and getting one of the Let's Go games. They're easily the most beautiful Switch game currently. Are all argue about things when no one is arguing about it next time too? Copy that, Ninetales. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I know it was a later stream, and Wednesdays I think in general probably will be just slightly a little bit later because it is middle of the week and I generally need a little bit of a breather when I do these. Yeah, everyone have a great day tomorrow, and we'll be back tomorrow night. And nope, didn't get the shiny. We are at 450 soft resets. So yeah, until then, never forget, I still don't and never will have a catchphrase. Peace out.